What's up, my fellow gym rats? This is my second attempt to do this video. I have a cat that I just got, and it will not stop crying no matter what I do. So it's very frustrating me trying to do videos because it won't be quiet. It's a new cat I adopted, and it just won't be quiet no matter what I do. So anyhow, this is basically about the basics of my workouts and everything like that. I always do my cardio first, like I was telling you guys in the previous video. I'm almost 50 years old, so longevity is important to me, my heart health and all that. My cardiovascular system. So I do my cardio first, and then I do my weight routine. Today was back day. I had an excellent workout. I had no pain. I felt really good. Um, this is I turned 50 on Sunday, so you know I feel great, and right now I'm cooking my post workout meal, some turkey burgers with some jasmine rice. That's what my and an avocado in it, for my good fats in there, and you get a little bit of fiber in there. And I try to eat an avocado every day. I've talked about this in previous videos. I'm into a lot of holistic things, so um, you know I like to do things that help me holistically and stuff like that. For longevity, I'm all about longevity. I'm not doing super heavy hog slayer weights at the gym. The gym I work out at, like I told you guys before, is kind of like it's a different kind of a gym. It's a family based gym, and I really like it. Um, there's a lot of camaraderie there, a lot of good trainers over there, a lot of friendly people there, and I really like it. But anyhow, I do my cardio first, and it's unconventional because most people say, "Oh, that was my air fryer telling me my food's done." Yeah, so I do my cardio first. That's unconventional. Most people do their weight training first, and then they do their cardio afterward. And there's a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not going to have the energy to push the weight." I push as much weight as I did if I did my weight training before my cardio. There's no difference. And actually, my body feels warmed up. Actually, all my joints are warmed up and everything like that, and I feel a lot better actually. So I think that's a myth, in my opinion. They're like, "Oh, you're not going to be able to push as much weight if you do your cardio first. You're not going to be able to put your energy into your weights." And I already have a sweat worked up, which is cool from my cardio, and then my sweat continues, and my cardio almost continues as I'm doing my weight training. You know what I mean? Because I'm not just sitting there for 3 minutes in between my sets. I'm resting for a minute. 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what exercises I'm doing. And I just keep going. I go to station to station to station after I'm done. I have my water with me. I don't have to go to the drinking fountain. The water is right here with me, so I don't have to. You know, I'm not sitting there chatting up with people. Some every once in a while that'll happen. That's cool. But I'm getting stronger at my lifts. It's all about progressive overload and overloading the muscle. You know, progressively, slowly, and that's what I've been doing. Uh, it was back day today. I was doing bent over actually pendlay rows, a little bit different than bent over rows. But basically, I had to add some little bumper plates to it to add more weight to it. I don't ego lift at the gym. I don't lift to impress anybody. I'm lifting to get hypertrophy. That's what I'm doing. I mean, that's my goal. And I make sure I get 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein a day. And when it comes to carbs, I play around with it a little bit. I have my carbs before my workout and after my workout, and that's it. My first meal of the day, I'm not working out. It's just protein by itself. And then, like I said before, I do some, my pre-workout meal, probably some oatmeal and a protein shake. Sometimes this time it was rice and some chicken before my workout, my pre-workout. So that's in my pre-workout, I say it's an hour to 2 hours before I work out. Our body doesn't use food for fuel until about 2 hours later. When it's not, I don't even think it's an hour. I think it's more like 2 hours. So that's what I do, unless you're doing simple sugars or something like that. So yeah, so that was my workout today. I did back, and what you want to do for back too. Another thing, you want to do way more volume as far as your training goes than your pushing muscles. Because when we do so much pushing stuff, like our shoulders go forward like this, and we want our shoulders to be back. I want our posture to be better, so we want to focus more on back exercises. As far as the volume that we do of training, so we want to do more. If you do, I don't know, let's say you do, I don't know, 15 sets of back of chest a week or whatever, or just double that on your back, and and that's what I do. I do a lot more back exercises and stuff like that, and then I do my rear delts with my back because I always put those together. I do my rear delts twice a week, and I do my side delts twice a week when I'm pushing chest, I'm doing a lot of front delts, so I want to do some side delts too because those are the hardest to develop. My delts are pretty good if you look at my delts. I mean, I didn't work them today, but my delts are pretty decent. So, uh, you know, and for me, I don't compare myself to other people. Like I was saying before, I don't compare myself to other people at the gym. I stay in my own lane, and I just want to be the best version of myself. Um, and when I see people working hard at the gym, and I'm seeing them get results, I like to encourage them to, like, if I'm seeing that, and if I haven't seen somebody well, how they look, and they're looking amazing, I like to give them compliments, you know, and it's cool to encourage each other and build each other up, because it's like having a team, and having that camaraderie. I love the gym camaraderie, like, just when I go to gyms and stuff like that, and people are encouraging people and stuff like that. So yeah, I gave you a little bit of the basics of what I do. As far as my cardio is 5 days a week. Right now, I'm doing 30 minutes 5 days a week. I keep my heart rate as maximum as I can keep it. They say to keep it at a certain level. You know, I keep it pretty high. So my heart rate during the whole cardio session. And I don't go anymore. Like if I don't do any more than 30 minutes of cardio at a time. Maybe if I might throw some walking steps in there too, for extra calorie burn or whatever. But at the gym, I'm not going to be doing no more than 30 minutes of cardio. So, um, but like I said, as far as protein, I get 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein a day. My carbs I play with, I get about 100 and a little over 100 grams maybe a day. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I just how my body works. I don't need a lot of carbs really. Um, I use them from where I need them. I use them before my workout and after my workout, and that's it. If I eat another meal throughout the night, I try not to eat after 5, but if I do, it's going to be some type of protein, maybe a protein shake or something like that. Um, so that's the basics of my workout, and I do the bro split too. Like a lot of people, I don't recover as fast as I did when I was 20. I'm 50 now, so I work each body part once a week, except I work rear delts in my side lateral delts twice twice a week. What else do I? And I work my legs 3 times a week. So my legs I hit 3 times a week. So everything else I hit pretty much once a week, and that works. That's what works for my body. Now I don't do the cookie cutter thing where I say my routine is universal for everyone else. No, I do what works best for my body. I've been working out since I was 16, so I know what works for my body. So I do that. And I change it up too, sometimes too. But that's the basics of my training. So today was back and rear delts. So I do my rear delts twice. When I do shoulder day, when I have shoulder day, I work my rear delts. But I always work my rear delts when I work back. So with my back and stuff like that. So um, and then I do recovery stuff at the gym. I do my hydro massage. We have hydro massage at the gym, or I do some foam rolling. If I can't get on the hydro massage, then I'm sitting there doing some foam rolling, doing that after my workout and doing some stretching and stuff like that. And that's the basics. That's the basics of my routine that I'm doing right now. And I work out Monday through Friday. So usually it's Mondays chest, Tuesdays it's chest on Mondays, and side delts, and then it's cardio before that on Monday, and then Tuesdays are usually back and rear delts. Wednesdays are legs, and it's always cardio every single day before my workout. It's cardio. Thursday is shoulder day, and then Friday is arm day. So, and that's how I do it. And then if I miss the training cycle, then I just do it in the training cycle. But I haven't been missing workouts, and there's no excuse for me to miss my workouts. My gym's open 24 hours, so there's no excuse for me to miss my workouts. So I work out Monday through Friday, and I take weekends off. Now, the thing I do on the weekends, I'm not trying to be just stagnant. I try to get my walking steps in and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what I do, and that's the basics of my workouts and my training and that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to end this video, and I hope everybody has a blessed rest of the night. Peace.